Hey everyone, so for this episode we're going to be looking at another spikeless golf shoes that we can use to play in the driving range or in the actual golf course. And for some, this can be considered as a casual sneaker as well. So without further ado, let's get going. So my name is Tony. Welcome to Soul Freaks. Let's go. What we have here is the Jordan ADG 3. So this is the third of its kind in the ADG golf shoe line, and we're going to be looking at it piece by piece and how it performs well, and should we recommend this to other golfers. We'll know as we go on to the video. So what we're looking at here is a golf shoe that was inspired from one of the most iconic Air Jordan sneaker ever released, and I am referring to the Air Jordan 4. Now this particular colorway itself is or was inspired from the Air Jordan 4 Bred colorway, like this one. Now, what makes the ADG and the Jordan 4 similar to each other? Now, technically, they are not twin look-alike, but some portion of it were inspired from the Air Jordan 4. Now, to start that off with is the heel tab. Now, this is one of the well-known design for any Jordan 4. So this actual design of the heel tab. So for this one, we have the Jumpman logo at the middle. Up next is the netting. Now for Jordan 4, the netting can be found at the lower portion of the tongue and at the side of the sneaker. But for the ADG, you can only find it at the lower portion of the tongue area. And lastly is the lace eyelet. Now for the Jordan 4, the eyelet is somewhat separated from the actual sneaker, but for the ADG at both sides, the eyelet is found within the sneaker. So the design of the eyelet looks very similar to this part of the heel tab. So those portions are well known for the Jordan 4. Now you're asking yourself, why did Nike Golf do that? So one purpose of that is to bring the iconic design of the Jordan 4 to the golf course, of course. Now, given that they have been releasing actual Jordan 4 golf shoes, the ADG, the purpose of this one is to give that iconic design to the golf course, but somewhat not going far from an actual design of the golf shoe. Now, as you can see, this is more of a classic golf shoe design rather than one of what we have today, the modern sneaker design. The upper portion of the sneaker is made of premium soft leather. Now this leather that I'm referring to is very durable and at the same time waterproof. Now Nike Golf has provided us with a 1-year warranty for the waterproof feature of the ADG. Now this is the booklet that I am referring to. So it's multi-language. So it will depend on which region you are based from. Now if you're not satisfied with the waterproof feature, you can always use this. But later on in the video, I'm going to be sharing with all of you my actual experience while playing with the ADG on a rainy session. So for the sizing, now the Jordan ADG 3 here is true to size. Now it's very important for any golfer to find the right size, the right fit for their golf shoes, because it's very important to get that comfort while playing golf. It's important for the stance, it is important for the how you do your swing, stuff like that. Now as I mentioned, this is true to size, so may I recommend your actual size. And if you're a wide-footed person or long-footed person, consider going a half size up to a full size up, but that will depend on your comfort. So consider the actual fit, and one thing that you should consider is the spacing inside the sneaker. So you should have a comfortable spacing in the toe box area, the heel counter area, because it will hold you tight as you make your stance. It will grip you well to the ground. So that's my main advice for considering a golf shoe. All right. So what makes the Jordan ADG3 a very comfortable golf shoe? Now, first thing here is it comes with the Zoom Air unit, and as we all know, the Zoom Air unit every step of the way gives you that best responsive comfort, that springy feeling on your feet, right? And of course, in the midsole, adding that soft foam would later add that cushion as well. Now, what makes the ADG a golf shoe? And what we have here is, in the outer sole, we have a rubber spike. Now, this rubber spike is very different from the one that I showed you earlier this season from the Nike Roshe G. So for this one, this is very flexible in any type of golf course terrain there is. So inside the inside the golf course or outside the golf course. So technically speaking, this is very versatile for any golfer, so they can wear this on and off the course. Alright, so for this part of the video, I'm going to be sharing with all of you my actual experience while playing with the Jordan ADG3. So first of all, the waterproof feature of the sneaker. Now here's what happened is it was raining, so of course a portion of the golf course was already wet, and as expected, part of the midsole and the outer sole was already grassy and dirty, right? But the upper portion of the sneaker, which is the leather on top and the tongue area, so it was raining, and basically speaking, the water just slides down through the sneaker. So it does not stay or holds, and it's not a reason for, you know, that our socks won't get wet. So who would want their socks to be wet inside the sneaker, right? For any type of sneaker, that's very irritating for some. But for this one, it will protect your feet from getting wet, which is a good sign, because as golfers, there are situations or scenarios that we play on a sunny day or on a partly rainy day, or maybe sometimes there are some golfers that really likes to play any type of weather that they feel. So this is flexible in all terrain, as I mentioned earlier in the video. Now next is the actual performance while doing a full rotation swing. So I've mentioned earlier as well that the heel counter going to the forefront of the foot, the ADG or the golf shoe itself holds it tight to give you that balance stability while doing your stance and preparing for a swing. And as you make your swing, of course, it stays on the ground, so the rubber spikes is doing its job to grip well into the ground. So as I mentioned, it's flexible in any type of ground in the golf course. So as I make my swing, go to my follow through, lastly, it did not slide in the follow through. It did not slide in the follow through. So that's a good sign that the ADG is a good choice for a golf shoe. Now lastly is the fit. So walking 18 holes is somewhat well, it's very tiring, of course. So the comfort level that it brings to any golfer, for as I mentioned, it has the Zoom Air cushion, the Zoom Air unit, and at the same time the midsole is an additional soft foam cushion to give the golfers additional comfort along every step along the way, right? So again, that's a good sign for a golf shoe. So all in all, I would like to say this is a good choice or a good option for a golf shoe as well. The style is, golf shoe style is very traditional, but it brings the Jordan 4 into the golf course, having some part of its feature in it, such as the heel tab, netting in the tongue, and part of the eyelets, right? So if you're looking for a golf shoe or a sneaker in the golf course where you want to add that modern look with the style of the classic one, the Jordan ADG3 here is a fantastic choice. Alright, so that's about it for this episode. So please do let us know what do you think of the Jordan ADG3 down in our comment section below. And again, thank you very much everyone for listening to this video. And please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have incoming videos very soon. But I would like to invite everyone as well to watch our previously uploaded videos, sneaker tips, sneaker reviews, and releases as well. Now, before I end this video, I would like to give a shout out to my fellow Soul Freaks brother and sister Howie and Bianca. So let's continue on doing this. So yeah, so again everyone, thank you very much. This is Tony from Soul Freaks. Stay safe and keep moving forward.